So today we're going to be on page 13 in your notes. We're going to talk about average rate of change. Now, average rate of change is a different vocabulary word or string of vocabulary words that mean the same thing as slope. So when you're asked to find the average rate of change, you're really just finding slope, but it is given to you in function notation instead of our x and y notation. So recall, our slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's our slope formula that we've looked at before. Now, when you see a formula for average rate of change, it will still have the m, but instead of y's, we're going to use f of x's. So this is the same as y2 minus y1, but it's in function notation where we use f of x instead. You know, when you see an equation to graph, sometimes it says y equals x squared, and sometimes it says f of x equals x squared. So it means the same thing. So there's our formula for average rate of change. Change in the y's over change in the x's. Oops, slope formula looks like this. So same idea, different way to write it. F of x, y's. The x's are the same on the bottom. So we're going to use that idea right here. It says find the average rate of change of this function from here to here. So average rate of change means we're going to find the slope. And basically what they give us here is they give us two halves of ordered pairs. This is like -2 comma, they didn't tell us, and 3 comma, they didn't tell us. So they're giving us only the x values, they're not giving us the y values. So the first thing we're going to do is find out what the y values are. So we'll do that by plugging in the x values in for x. So -2 cubed minus 3 times -2. So that would be -8 plus 6 is -2. So -2 comma -2, the y value happens to be the same. And then we'll plug in 3. Let's see what we get. So 3 cubed minus 3 times 3. So that's 27 minus 9, which is 18. So that gives us the y values. Now we'll go and find the average rate of change. And just to help us get used to the formula, I'm going to use the average rate of change formula instead of the slope formula, which will give us the same answer. So the average rate of change formula says, I'm going to do f of x sub 2, so f of 3, minus f of x sub 1, which is -2, over x2 minus x1, 3 minus -2. Now we've done all this work ahead of time, so f of 3 we already know is 18. F of -2 we already know is -2. And then on the bottom we get 5. So on the top it looks like 20, on the bottom it's 5. So my average rate of change is 4.